I'm Chef Mike Moses, and welcome to my kitchen. And welcome to the fourth and final episode or installment in my series on pasta sauces. So we did the carbonara sauce without any dairy. We did the Alfredo with some cream and lots of dairy. And last week we did the penne alla vodka. And that had some cream in it, but it had vodka in it too, so it's a win-win. Okay, the final piece in this puzzle is what's called marinara sauce. And the marinara sauce is very important because it can be done right and it can be done wrong. We're going to do it right, and I have all the details coming up. If you like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more, please subscribe. I post new videos right here every week just for you. And we hit a milestone the other day. 99 videos have been posted so far and over 4,300 subscribers. I welcome each and every one of you, and I'm very glad you can join me. Thank you for your support. All right, for the marinara sauce, things are going to be really simple, and you can do it in two ways. It's basically tomatoes stewed down and some oregano and garlic. But if you get the tomatoes, the plum tomatoes in the grocery store at this time of year, chances are they've been mass farmed and don't have a lot of flavor. So I was taught this trick quite a while ago, and I stick by it to this day. Go to an Italian market or a place that imports Italian food and get some tomatoes. Your taste buds will thank you for it. As well, while I was there, I managed to pick up some garlic, so it's a win-win. And of course, olive oil. And olive oil, you need a quality olive oil for this recipe. Here's what we're going to need. 1 can of peeled plum tomatoes from Italy. We're going to need 4 cloves of garlic, 2 stalks of oregano, about 1/3 cup of olive oil. Also going to add about 1/4 cup of water, a little bit of salt. And the pasta we're going to use is rotini. So, without further ado, let's get cooking. Okay, to get my 4 cloves of garlic minced, I can do it a bunch of different ways. I can chop it up and spend lots of time, or I can get one of these handy dandy little tools, a garlic press, take my peeled clove, stick it in, give it a press, and then just put it in. And just make sure that it is crushed up well, because there's actually 2 layers of skin on a piece of garlic. I'll just take it with my fork. So this garlic we're going to saute. In terms of the tomatoes, I have been taught this method from an Italian grandmother. And she says you take your tomatoes and you put them in a bowl, and then you show some love and you start crushing them. So you crush the tomatoes with your hands, and because these are peeled, it makes them easier to break down when you're cooking them. They'll be ready for the pot in just a second. My tomatoes are crushed, my garlic is minced, my oregano is on the stalk ready to go, and we'll turn the pot up to medium high, and I want to add about 1/3 cup of olive oil. It basically coats the bottom. Let that come up to temperature first. So with the tomatoes from Italy, the garlic from Italy, and the olive oil from Italy, this is about as close to authentic as we can get. So the olive oil is coming up to temperature. I can smell it. And now I'm going to add my garlic. And I don't want to fry my garlic. I want to saute it gently. And we only want to do this for about 1 minute. We don't want it to be brown, we just want it to be flavorful. We want to cook the bitterness out of it. Make sure it's all in nice little pieces. Now we add our tomatoes. Tomatoes are in, we'll give them a stir. Let the olive oil and the garlic all the way through it. Also going to add about 1/4 cup of water. Could be white wine if you like. And our oregano. I'm just going to peel the leaves off the stalk. Pop it right in. Oh, does it ever smell good? And these just came out of the garden this morning. There. So 2 stalks of oregano into the tomatoes. We're going to reduce the heat to medium, low. Cover it, and it's going to sit there untouched for about 20 to 25 minutes so the tomatoes can break down. All right, our salted water has started to boil. We'll add our rotini. I've got just about 2 cups here for 2 people. Get it in the water, stir it around. This will be finished al dente in 7 to 8 minutes. And we've got to taste our marinara. Needs just a dash of salt, not a lot. So we'll give it some salt. Give it a good stir, and we'll let that simmer away for about another 5 minutes while our pasta is boiling. All right, the pasta is al dente, and what I'll do is I'll turn off the heat and drain it. I've got to say this is probably one of my favorite pots for pasta. It's got the drain holes in it. Now, 2 or 3 ways I could do this, but I think the best way is to put a serving of pasta into a bowl. Add some of the marinara. Give it a nice swirl around so everything is coated. Oh, the smell is just divine. There, everything is coated, and we shall put it right in the plate. Perfect. I might want a little more sauce, not a lot, just another little drizzle of sauce on the top. And I'll put a little decoration of oregano, some baby oregano leaves right on the top. Remember, when you garnish food, you make sure that what you garnish with is edible. You don't want to garnish it with a piece of garlic or a big sprig of rosemary or something that's really not edible. Couple of pieces of focaccia bread, and of course you want to dip it in a really nice olive oil. And of course, with any pasta, we put some cheese on it. Just very lightly. This is not a cheese heavy dish. It's all about the flavors of the Italian tomatoes. And there, just for you, Sugo alla marinara. For more information on this recipe and more, head over to my website, www.chefmikemoses.com. You'll find I have a blog running there with the recipes that you can print off. I hope you enjoy this. I'm here to help you cook better, shop smarter, and eat healthier.